Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess if you're new here, and in this video I'm going to be sharing my favorite skincare essences and toners of 2018. I have tried a lot of different toners and essences this year, and so I am choosing my top 3, and then out of those top 3 I'm going to be choosing the one winner. If I had to just choose one to use, I would be using this one product. In my last video I talked about my favorite cleansers, and that was my first step cleansers and my second step cleansing. So if you're interested in that, I'll leave a link in the cards and also in the description box below. But let's get right into my favorite essences and toners. Before I get into it, I actually want to let you know I have a normal to dry skin type, and also I am 29 years old. I tend to kind of default on dry skin unless I'm really keeping a really good hydrating skincare routine, and then I can maintain a balanced normal skin type for the most part. Really, I just want something to work, something to have really great ingredients, and also not to irritate my skin or cause any harm or damage, right? But know that every skin is different, and so take it with a grain of salt. These are just products that have risen to the top for me and I go to over and over again in 2018. Alright, so I'm going to start with toners, and I made a toner video earlier this year and I explained, the reasons why I use a toner and what's really great. It helps to kind of prepare your skin for the oncoming ingredients. It's the first step in your skincare routine that you actually leave on your skin. It's supposed to be pH balancing if it's a good one, and also just have ingredients that kind of prep your skin and soften it to help receive your rest of your skincare ingredients. So I'm not really looking for anything super fancy in my toner. I mainly am looking for just good hydration and also really quick application, because if I am going to include a toner in my step, which I don't always include a toner into my skincare routine, I want it to be kind of a quick step, because toning is honestly not my favorite thing to do. Alright, so I'm going to show a clip here of all of my toners that I used in 2018. I did try quite a few toners out because a lot of the ingredients that are in toners, they don't really go bad, and so I knew that if I opened them up, I would have a couple years actually to get through them before they would go bad. Now that shouldn't necessarily mean that I should, in 2019, get a bunch of other toners. I don't plan on doing that. So they will last me, and there are also really good ones in here that I'm not going to mention, but the 3 that I have chosen definitely were ones that I've returned to over and over again and that I found just, yeah, my favorites. That's kind of obvious. That's what this video is about. The first favorite that I have here is the Andalou Naturals, and this is their Illuminating Clementine Toner. And this is a drugstore skincare brand. You can find it at Ulta, and I know also if you're in the Midwest, Meijer carries it. I really enjoy this toner because it has a nice kind of uplifting scent to it, clementine type of scent. And it also is really quick in application. It has a spray here, like that. I don't know if you can actually see that, but it's kind of a poof in your face spray where you might want to hold your breath when you're first spraying it, but then it does smell good. It's just, the mist is just a little bit wetter, I guess you could say, but it does the job. It's really nice, and as you can see, I have gone through quite a bit of it. I go into more detail about the ingredients and everything in my toner video talking about this. Alright, so this next toner that I'm going to be talking about is more of a high-end toner, but I go to this one when I'm looking for extra hydration and more ingredients than just a toning step that will soften my skin. I know I mentioned that, toning, normally that's all I'm looking for, but if I want to take more time, or if I'm just feeling extra special that time and I want to add something extra, I will be using this Indie Lee CoQ10 toner. And CoQ10 is a great antioxidant type of ingredient. This has aloe vera in it, and it has quite a few of really great ingredients that are great for soothing and hydrating and also pH balancing. The fragrance on this is actually a little bit, it's hard for me to explain it. I think it's a little bit on the grape scent to it. I don't think it has grape in the ingredients. It has cucumber and aloe vera and chamomile, so I don't know where it's getting the scent, why I'm thinking grape, but it has a pleasant scent, that's for sure. and I really enjoy it. And actually they repackaged it, and I think I would enjoy it even more in the new packaging, because Indy Lee, who's the creator of this, she put it in a spray bottle, which will make a really quick toning step. And also this I find like kind of leaks in really weird ways, and it just kind of dribbles out. So it's not the best packaging that I have, but they revamped it. So you can get Indy Lee at Sephora and also Dermstore, I know for sure. I'm sure there's other places too, but I bought mine at dermstore.com, and you can also find it at Sephora. The last one I have here is Edible Beauty's number 2 Citrus Rhapsody Toner Mist. It's called number 2 because they actually have at least 4 steps that I know of. Like number 1 is their cleanser, 2 is the toner, 3 is a serum, and then 4 is a moisturizer. So this is number 2 in their line. The founder of it actually was a midwife, and so she wanted to create skincare for her patients, the women who are pregnant. And you know, sometimes in your skincare can have ingredients that may be a little bit dangerous when you're pregnant, because a lot of people do believe that, you know, the things that you put on your skin really go into your bloodstream, and then that can get to the baby. And so all the products that Edible Beauty makes are really great for pregnant women, and also they're edible, but obviously you don't want to eat them, but they just really smell really good, and they're just kind of more of a, I would say, luxury skincare line. And this mist is the most finest mist that I've ever felt in a skincare mist. This also smells so good. It smells like limes. It smells very uplifting, like lime essential oil, but not too strong. It's very fine, so I just like can drench it and breathe while I'm drenching my face with this. This has coconut oil, camellia seed oil, and actually some other type of oils, but I wouldn't say that this is moisturizing at all. I don't use this as an essence. I do feel like it is prepped and balanced, but I don't necessarily look to this for layers of hydration or anything. So out of those 3, I do have one that I just think if I just had to choose one, I would choose the Edible Beauty's Citrus Rhapsody Toner Mist, just purely because it's not just a toner to me, it is therapeutic for me. I love it to use this in the morning, solely in the morning, and I actually had a sample size of this, and I bought the full size because I went through it so fast. If you have a hard time waking up in the morning and you're groggy feeling, just spraying your face and breathing this in really does pick me up and wake me up. And so for those purposes, Edible Beauty won the regular basic toner for me, but it's not really basic, so. Okay, now on to my favorite hydrating essences. So an essence is really similar to a toner. The name essence is kind of borrowed from the Korean culture. They do use kind of thin layers because of their climate. They want to, not have super bogged down layers and heavy occlusives and stuff on their face. And so essences are more of just adding hydration without a lot of the occlusive and a lot of the weight on your skin. So I'm going to insert a video here of all of my essences that I tried out this year. And keep in mind, I did have like empties, and I threw away my old empty bottles and things like that. But this is the majority of what I have, and so these are the 3 that have risen to the top. This Pyunkang Essence Toner. This has essence and toner in the name because, like I said, you can kind of use them both ways, and all 3 of these essences, they're really great for hydrating but also pH balancing. So that's why, honestly, a lot of times I actually skip just a basic toner. If the toner isn't hydrating, sometimes I don't go to it, and so I have used essences a lot more this year than toners. So Pyunkang is actually a medicine clinic brand. I guess you could say they were born, like Pyunkang is actually a medicine clinic in Korea, and they created their own products, and they like to have really minimal ingredients. And so if just with anything, with food, with skincare, but if you have minimal ingredients, that kind of means that there's less room for error, less room for things that it can be irritating, and you just kind of focus in on the good stuff, and that's what you're putting on your skin. And so this has really great hydrating properties. It has, I believe, 91% of a plant root. Plant root is actually what's making most of it be the hydrating property to it, because it's the molecules that are helping things kind of stay in and stay hydrated. And this is I would just say it's like a really good drink of water for your face, but it's fancier than water. It doesn't have any fragrance, and it's just a really great calming, nice toner. Pretty basic, but when I want just good hydration and for an affordable price, I really enjoy this one. Next product I actually couldn't find for this video. I looked all over. I don't know where it is, but I use it all the time. And I'll put a picture up here on the screen, but it's Jordan Samuel's Hydrate the Mist. And so it's very similar to all the mists that I've shown you so far. It's a liquid with a mist top on it. It has aloe vera in it, hibiscus, cucumber, and it's really great for, you know, sensitive skin. It's fragrance free, hyaluronic acid in it too. Really good and hydrating. And what I love to use it for actually is a quick like mist of my face after I step out of the shower before I put on my skincare. There's something called a transepidermal water loss, and so it helps to prevent that. I've more than half of it. I've done posts on Instagram on it, so I'm sorry I don't have it here to show you. Jordan Samuel has a lot of great products, and so the mist is definitely one that rose to the top for me for a hydrating essence. And the final product is Olivarrier. And I've talked about this in favorites before. This brand is a new brand for me in 2018. This has hyaluronic acid in it, but the main thing is actually olive, as it says in its name. Olivarrier, they're using the olive squalane to help your skin barrier be healthy. They have an actual one that's called Essence, but this is called their dual toning lotion. But I find that it's very similar to an Essence. I think the Essence one is a little bit thicker. I haven't used it yet, but from what I've read, it's thicker. This one is a little bit thinner, and it kind of has this neat oil feeling to it, but it's like a slip to it, but it's not oily. It doesn't leave you feeling shiny or oily. I can do many, many layers with this, just like all the other essences I've mentioned. But I've found that I use this in the summertime. Sometimes I would skip my serum step. I would skip my toning step because it's 5.5 pH. I would skip a lot of steps. I would just put like 3 layers of this on and then a sunscreen and then be done, and my vitamin C. And that's all I would use for skincare. And then, but I'm also loving this in the cooler months too. So I didn't mean to do this, but I left my winners to the end, I guess, because Olivarrier is the winner for the hydrating essence. If I could just choose one, this would be it. Again, like I said, those other ones are great and they're favorites, but if I had to just choose one and recommend one type of hydrating essence so far that I've tried out, this would be it. So in 2018, Olivarrier wins the gold medal for hydrating essence for me. So those were the winners for my favorite toners and essences. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you would like to see more of my favorites for 2018, definitely hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you be part of my skincare and beauty loving YouTube family. And speaking of that, I want to recommend some other channels and creators that are doing their 2018 favorites. And so the first one I want to mention is Beck Winta, and she's actually somebody who I've gotten to know even more on a personal level, I guess you could say, through 2018. I'm so happy I did. She's super sweet and very knowledgeable when it comes to skincare, and she is also going through her 2018 favorites, so I will leave her channel and in the iCards above and also in the description box below. If you're looking for favorites for makeup, I know there's a lot out there, but I definitely would recommend Arna Elaine. She just did 12 days of her favorite makeup for all of 2018, so I will link her channel in the description box below and also in the iCards. She is just super well versed when it comes to makeup and really, really lovely woman. And so I just hope that you would definitely check out their channels after this. So yes, I hope that you enjoyed this. I would love for you to stick around and subscribe. I plan on going through all of my skincare steps and all of my favorites for 2018. And I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.